Ego time, ego time. I know that this light might just swallow me whole, but I'm loving the way.
What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the Excessive Podcast. I'm Aiden, and today I'm joined with Biz.
What's up?
And John.
Hello.
And today we also have two very special guests joining us, Kyle and Jay, but you know them as K. Willy and Brownboyyy. Would you guys like to say hello?
What's up? How we doing?
Yeah. So they just recently dropped their first album, Ego, and everyone should definitely check that out. That's linked in the description. And we also did a music video for Ego, the song in the album. So make sure you guys check that out as well.
Yes, sir. So sorry about that. I just called right into the mic. Kyle, so as an artist, like, what is your main style of music? Like, I know you guys make different types of I would say rap, lo-fi and stuff, but is there a certain category you would really put your music into?
I would say it varies. I have a lot of artists that inspire me, and it varies from hip hop, heavy rap, R&B, and stuff like that. I get a lot of inspiration from A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Frank Ocean, artists like Jay-Z. It really does vary. Kanye, especially with his creative vision, with not just his lyrics but his production. And I know Janahan can speak a lot more about production, but I'd say it definitely varies with the music that we create, because it goes from whatever the beat he sends me. If I get the emotion or the energy from it that it's a little bit more aggressive, then I'm gonna, whatever comes to mind, I'm gonna dig deep and release that type of energy. But if it's more on that R&B slower type vibe, then I'm gonna be a little bit more calmer, and it really is a feeling type thing. Whatever I feel, I'm gonna just put down on the track.
Yeah, true. I mean, even with the song out my mind and free, you could really see that lo-fi kind of I don't know, it was just a very very sick song. It was more singing, more less energy. Where the difference of the single Ego is that one,
and those
was
were really cool
high
tracks
energy.
because it kind of just showed how we can get very experimental. With our original work, when we first started working together, it was mainly I was just excited to hop in the studio finally, and Janahan was cooking beats for over 3 years or so, and we finally got together. I DM'd him out of nowhere because I saw he was making beats, and I was literally just rapping on my Snapchat stories on YouTube beats. And from there, we finally got together in my basement, and he was just showing me all the beats that he had. And I literally felt like a kid in the candy store. I was just yo, I want this, I want that, I want fucking this. I was just so fucking amped to be in that position. And I say this to this day, I'm very grateful to have that man in my life, especially you guys as well, having us on the podcast and making the music video.
Yeah.
For real.
Shout out to us.
But yeah, from there, I mean, with our original work, way back when we were just on SoundCloud, it was very. I love the work we did, but it was a little bit all over the place because it just felt like it was the first time doing it, and whatever came to mind. But with Ego, it was a lot more structured and organized. We worked on it for a full year. I went back in my notes and I saw that the very first beats that he was sending me for the project was back in last April in 2020.
Oh, wow.
And it's crazy because we were bouncing from names. The first name was Yacht Classics. I thought of that name in the fucking shower, and I wanted to do a collab project with another artist I work with, Cam. His name's Deep Cerebral on SoundCloud, and I got one song with him on Spotify. But yeah, we were going to do a collab project with him, but then things didn't just work out. We weren't in complete communication with him. So then the project name switched to Willy's World. But then I was thinking I want Willy's World to be something way down the line, a little bit more in the future. So we settled on Ego because with the project, the 12 songs on the project, it shows a lot of different emotion, different energy with the sounds that Brownboyyy was able to construct and the lyrics that I was able to put down. So it was almost just like alter egos, you know what I mean, like for every track, and I thought it was like an interesting way to go about it.
So I actually have a question for Jay now. So like you produce most of the beats on most of his track. I think it's all of them now, right?
All of them, yeah.
What really got you like into producing? Is there like were you just like a kid just like having a laptop just like messing around with stuff, or was there something that like really like inspired you to go like right into it?
Well, I've always been involved in music ever since I was little. Like my she majored in dance music. My sister's a singer, and my dad's grandfather is a composer. So I've always been around music. Music production, I started that, I would say, like in high school, just like on an iPad, just like messing around, see what I could do. And then I saw that there was GarageBand on the laptop, so then started with that, and then just like going on YouTube, looking at like tutorials, stuff like that. That's really how it started, and I don't think I really started getting placements or anything like that till just one guy from my old college in Pennsylvania, Drippy J. Him and I started together, and then when I came back to Jersey, Samir, shout out to Samir, he was like, I got a friend, Kyle Perloff, he raps a little bit, like I'll get you guys in touch, like I think you guys can make great work together. And then December of 2020 was our first cook up, and then from then on it was just good chemistry. As Kyle said, I would make a beat, and I'm blessed that he could basically do anything I give him. I would say like in total like 5 are like there's 5 beats that like Kyle has like never done anything on, but I'm very blessed that he is able to do his magic on everything I send him.
Damn. Yeah, no, like to have like a connection between your producer and your artist is really important for like just making music in general. Like if one of you can't do something correct, then it's just
Or if
just
they're not on
not.
the same.
Yeah, they're not on the
got
same
that
level.
synergy, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what's it called? I feel like with the album Ego that dropped on April 2nd, you guys like really showed your diversity that you can work with, like on the like in music and the songs. It was a really, really well put together first album. But anyway, yeah, speaking of the Ego album, like was there like a general feel you guys were going for? Was there something like, I know you guys just mentioned that it was, different types of feels, but like was there like a main feel you really want the listener to like hear?
Yeah, so like at first it was supposed to be just like a strictly lo-fi. Actually, no. At first, it was supposed to be like a 2000s hip hop, like Lil Wayne type vibe with like crazy hi-hat patterns and like booming 808s, and then it transitioned to like lo-fi and R&B vibes, and then it went to like just everything and anything that was melodic. So like on the album, if you look at it from a production aspect, nothing really is the same. Like someone could say that the hi-hat patterns and drum patterns are the same, but coming from a musical perspective, nothing's the same. Because you have a song like Anakin versus a song like Free. Like those are two complete opposites. And like I don't like to stick to one type of hip-hop. I like to experiment everywhere. I try making melodies like Corey Henry or Jacob Collier, and I try making drum patterns like Murder Beats.
Damn, yeah.
That's how I'd like describe myself.
Damn, and then like Kyle, was there like a general feel you were going for when it came to like your lyrics and all that?
Before I go into that, going back to what you just said, there's just too much good music nowadays in so many different genres where it's just like you can't just be like, I just want to make this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I feel what you're saying right there, Jan. But what was your question, John?
The question was like, what was your general feel with your like lyrics, and what were you trying to like, the feel for the listener for the album Ego?
Honestly, like, not to sound selfish, but I wasn't even really thinking for the listener. Although, like, when it comes to the chorus, I was just making sure to make sure that my chorus and my bars were good delivery and like something catchy that people could catch on with and like actually know the lyrics. But when it comes to like everything I put down, that was just like what I was feeling, and like whether it was stories that I've been through or reflective thoughts that I've had on myself and my life. It's a very personal project. But at the same time, I feel like it's a relatable project, going from like the opener, Cash Cow. I feel like in this life, wherever you're trying to go, you got to have that type of mindset of like, especially when you find your passion, I am really good at this and I need to believe in myself to go as far as I can with this, because this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with Cash Cow, it's kind of like I'm feeling like this is the shit that I really want to do, and I want to show people that I really do this shit. And like we do it every day. I'm texting this motherfucker every fucking day talking about what's the next move. Like we just dropped this album. We're talking about the next EP already. It's like still in like construction process, obviously. Like we don't even have one song made yet, but he's been making beats and he's been sending them over, and we're always on the move on the next thing. But when it comes to the project, I gotta say it's definitely a personal project. And yeah.
Yeah, no, you can really hear that. I guess like even with like the title Ego, so you can kind of relate it to like your personal ego, or both of you guys like with your personal egos, kind of like what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Kind of just like showing.
But the best thing, to add on to what you're saying, the best part about it, because I know that ego can be tossed around and it gets some negative concepts, like almost like when someone's egotistical, they're always comparing themselves with other people and like, I want to be better than this person, I want to be better than this and that. But with this, I feel like it's not like that. It's I want to be better than my past self.
Yeah.
Because I'm the only person I'm ever going to be. I want to be the best me. Janahan wants to be the best him. So that's why the ego comes into play as a positive factor. Obviously, everything can be positive and negative, but it's all about mentality, the way you look at it. So with ego, it's all about being the best you. You know what I mean? The best John, the best Biz, the best. Wait, is that Q in it? No, that's Q's brother. My bad.
You're Q's brother now. Make his end card in the beginning. Q's brother.
I'm gonna go back and put it thing. Q's brother.
Nah, Aiden. It's Aiden. That's funny as hell. But what's it called? Yeah, you kind of just spoke on it, but like, I know you guys have more of a personal like. Description of the album name, it being Ego. I know we discussed this when we were making the music video for the single Ego, but do you want to kind of emphasize on like that, like how because I think you were talking about it's more of like the factor of like devil on your shoulder, angel on your shoulder. Do you want to like run through like what that's all about, like the meaning behind that?
Like how whatever situation we throw ourselves in, or whatever situation arises in our face, we always have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on another shoulder. And it's almost like, which route are you going to go? There's not one decision you can make. There's multiple decisions that you can make that can alter a different one. So when it comes to having the angel and the devil on the shoulder, like, not to say that it's always bad to go one way and it's always good to go the other way, but at the same time, like, I feel like there's a balance between the both that'll make the individual happiest, but in the way of like, I'm a little bit all over the place here. My bad.
No, it's all good.
If you want to go on from this, Jenna, because I'm a little all over the place right now.
Yeah, basically what Kyle's trying to say is that sometimes in life you gotta go with the bad stuff to get the good stuff.
True.
That's what I think he's trying to say. Like,
no, I completely agree with that. It's a good
outlets you can take.
It's a good
What was that, John?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying it's a good I guess theory. I don't know like what's
Outlook?
it called?
Analogy?
Yeah.
Or philosophy.
Philosophy. That sounds
Philosophy.
just so smart of you, Biz.
That's all I'm gonna say. The rest
Big
of this podcast.
why philosophy on this?
So you got a favorite song on the album?
Yeah, I'd probably say you know what, for this, let's like push away Ego, because I mean we've listened to that song like a million
Nah,
times.
bro.
through
Ego,
editing.
best song on
Did
the
you
album.
listen? Did you listen to like the rest of it?
Yeah,
yet?
it did. I fucked with Anakin.
I'd probably say for mine it would be Out My Mind, I think, or Free. I really fucked with those, but Cash Cow was also fire.
Yeah,
too.
I like the Cash Cow.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
I
my
know you like
favorite.
Cash
Yeah.
Cow.
I fucked with Anakin.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it because of Star Wars?
Maybe a
Yeah,
little
yeah, exactly.
Nah.
And it's like a cool symbolism with the project too, because when you think back to who Anakin was, he kind of had like two different personalities. You know what I
I can
mean?
talk about this all day. Let's go.
No, no, please, God, no, please,
No.
please.
So it kind of fit with the ego concept really well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I was actually my next question on my list was actually, what was your guys' favorite song that you guys made together on that album? Is there like one that you're like, wow, I'm really proud of making this shit come all together? Like, you know what I mean?
Thanks, yeah.
You go, Kyle. I want to see what you
Oh shit.
Because we never talked about that. We were always like, yeah, every song slaps, like, no doubt.
But like excluding the streams, like even if it got like like was the least streamed song on the album, the one that you're like, damn, I'm so proud we made this one together. Like, you know what I mean?
I would say Ego, honestly.
Check out the music video, link in the description.
Yeah.
When it comes to production, insane. How the beat switches up with the
Beat was fucking
outro, but
hard.
then with the whole beginning part, how I have my first verse into the chorus, and then Jay gives his verse back into the chorus, and then the whole outro is just fucking insane, especially in the music video. Like, I mean, the whole video is fire, but personally, my favorite is the fucking outro portion.
True. No,
That was
that
hard.
beat was insane, Jay. Like all the factors. That's what I love about like a lot of songs is when there's a beat switch, because like I get, like if it's a hard beat, like yeah, I don't mind listening it to like the entire song. Like that's cool, it works. But like when there's a beat switch up, it changes the whole feel and makes it like so different, and that's just what makes what makes the song really. But Jay, did you have like a favorite one that you guys made together?
Yeah, so I was going to say Ego, but thinking back to our studio sessions, I think How It Goes is probably,
Oh yeah.
I think, I wouldn't say I'm proud of it, but like, I think there are some songs that you just got to close your eyes and listen to it, and it just puts you on like a different planet. And I think How It Goes is that one for me.
Damn.
You said that before to me, and it's the thing about How It Goes is like, it's real as fuck. Like Anakin, like I'm still talking about some real ass shit, but I feel like the listener isn't gonna be able to know what I'm exactly talking about, but they're like feeling the hard bars and the tough beat. But with How It Goes, I feel like it's a relatable song, and like people can listen to that and be like, oh shit, I know what he's talking about there. Same thing with Out My Mind. Out My Mind, I kind of get personal as well. I mean, they're all personable, but when it comes to relatability, I say How It Goes is a very relatable song.
Yeah.
And even Free, because Free is on like all positive vibes, like got the fucking breeze in my face, I'm feeling free, you know what I mean? Like, I love that song, to be honest, and that song did better than I thought it would up until now.
Yeah,
God bless.
yeah, no, I was surprised with the song as well, because it was something I've noticed, like, yeah, it didn't really, I don't know how to explain this. It was something you haven't, I think, tried out from what I've listened to of you. So it was something a completely different style that you worked with your voice, and that's what I think people were like, kind of like, whoa, like this is different from like the rest of like everything else, because it's like when an artist is like spinning hard and all that, like for the like most of their career, and then they come out with like a singing song, that's when they're like, yo, calm down, that's crazy. Like, this is weird, you know? Like, it's something different. Not saying that all the other songs sound the same, but you just moved your voice in a different way, and I think that's really made it really, really like unique.
Another song that kind of fits into what you're talking about, East Side.
Yeah.
I fucking bro. East Side and Cash Cow were honestly probably the two songs that were made hella early, like way back. Like there might be more.
About like beginning of summer, like the last summer.
Yeah. We were sitting on this for a long time, but honestly, I'd say Out My Mind was the most latest creation, and Lost and Found was the latest creation. We made both of those songs in the same day.
Wow, jeez. And you guys still, I think we were, like, when we were, like, shooting the music video, I think you guys were talking about this. You guys are still going, still ready to bring out more music, even after dropping the album?
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is just, like, half the first step.
Wow,
Or, like,
jeez.
half the
We're
first step.
about to see K-Willy taking over 2021. What?
Watch.
Quote me.
We're trying to perform, yo. If you guys got venues, let us know.
Yeah, I remember we were, like, we've always talked about this. I think that's, like, one of, like, our main, like,
yeah, big goals.
big
That's like
goals.
on our long-term goals for Excessive.
That,
at
like,
some point.
to just either have, like, not like a festival, but like a small put together.
Eventually a festival.
Yeah, eventually. I would love to do
Long
it.
term,
Oh my
like
God.
long term,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
huge ass like excessive festival.
But like when it comes to like shows, I would love to have like artists we've worked with like come to like the
hosted by Excessive.
Yeah,
event.
exactly.
That'd be
That would be so
insane.
sick.
It'd be like our Discord, but like in real life.
And bro, there's so many parks like in the New Jersey area, like especially where we live. Like you could just like pull up to a park. Obviously, you would have to get into some type of communication with the town, but it wouldn't be so hard to set up, I think.
So, I actually have a question for Jay. Now I know you were just talking about Murder Beats, and that's how you want or how you portray your music. But was there like a producer that really like got you into like producing and making beats and all that? Like one that like you were just like, yeah, damn, I want to be just like him, kind of thing.
Oh,
Or
yes.
her.
There's one guy, Pat Ryan Official. He has a YouTube.
Pat Ryan Official. Never heard of him.
He stopped making videos, but I remember like he listened to his beats and like he had like such a small setup in like a small space, and I was like, if he's making bangers just like with nothing, then like why can't I do it?
Damn, yeah.
And then I found out that Murder Beats is Canadian, and I was like, okay, that's a pretty positive thing to hear. I'm also Canadian.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah. So yeah, I really respect Murda, his music, because I like getting sounds that are unique and not the usual like kick and claps and snares. So for like if you thought that if you thought that Ego the album was like what the future's gonna be like for Kyle and I, it's like the complete opposite. Like I was just telling Kyle, like, we should make a song with just nature sounds. Like go outside, like get the mic
shit.
and record whatever is going on outside and sample it and make a song.
I fuck with that.
That's gonna be kind of cool.
Yeah.
If
Like imagine a melody of just like birds tweeting.
kind of like Oh no, I was gonna say
Bird machine.
yeah, Bird Machine. No, but that would be sick. Like, I think that's what I have a lot of respect for. Like, people who make beats that aren't just like that want to, change up everything they're doing. Like, even like recording, like you like per se, you like tap it onto the desk and then just like making it into a bass. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of respect for that, like that kind of shit, and I think that would be fire. Like just to go outside and record.
And I
like
wouldn't
that.
consider myself as a beat maker.
Yeah.
I would probably consider myself as a music producer. Like I'm literally working on a project for a church.
Yeah.
Like before I hopped onto
On some God status.
this Discord, I was literally making a track for a church. So like, I know
Some
like
Kanye shit.
I stand out amongst most producers,
Yeah.
even in New Jersey.
Damn. Yeah.
Can I ask
Facts.
what does that entail? Like making a song for a church? I'm just so curious about
Yeah,
that.
I'm curious about that. Like,
So you piqued my interest. Like what goes into that?
So, okay, so when it comes to there's hip hop and then there's like gospel and faith music. So like hip hop, you have like a melody, and you have like the percussion stuff. But like when it comes to like 20 voices and like a big band times like on steroids, it's a whole lot of process. Like if we're talking like when I make the song with Kyle, it's like 5 different tracks, like different channels.
Yeah.
When I make songs for like a church, it's like 40 different channel strips that I gotta like organize properly.
Oh, geez.
And there's like pianos and like pads and organs and like shakers, maracas, drums, guitar, bass.
It's like-
It's a whole lot of stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah, no.
And basically, as a music producer, you gotta like when you listen to a reference track, you gotta pick out the vocal and toss it aside, and just like zoom in and like listen in on like every single detail, like how the guitar's playing, what are they playing, are they playing chords, are they strumming, are they playing any counter melody? It goes like you take that process and apply it to each and every instrument.
I actually have another question. Is it like, do you prefer like using samples? Or do you prefer like making stuff from like scratch almost, or like it
So, like,
varies?
I've been making music, I'd say, for about 4 years, and most of the music that I make are from samples, but I completely like change the sample. Like I'll chop it up, I'll take out the parts that I don't want. I'll basically take a melody and make it into a whole another melody. I'll like stretch it out, make it slower. I'll chop it up, pitch shift it. I'll do everything that I can to make it my style.
Damn. Yeah, no, I was just wondering because some some artists nowadays prefer that their producers like make sure it's like, oh, like sample this and sample that. Like I get that. I just didn't know what your style is more now.
Yeah, nowadays it's so easy for someone to get started with music production because you have softwares like Splice, where you subscribe for like $10 a month, and it gives you 100 credits to like spend on any sample you want. We're talking like hip hop samples, soul samples, jazz samples, rock samples, anything you can think of. Splice has it, and they just drag and drop into their DAW, and they can literally make a beat just like that. It's so much easier nowadays.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to differentiate and have a story for each beat that I make.
Yeah.
Even though I can make a beat in 5 minutes, Ego took me the outro itself took me an entire night to make.
Yeah, no, I would
What did you
imagine
say with
that was a lot of
guitar.
just a lot for the end though. Like
Yeah.
the outro itself,
Just a lot.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
Dude, I can't
now.
get over the outro, especially with in the music video. Like,
Yeah.
It gives
Oh
me
my
chills.
god.
Every time I watch
You
that,
dead
it
ass.
gives
I
me
get chills every time I
Yeah.
watch it. Like the
Yeah.
end part that we did.
Yeah.
I dead ass get goosebumps every fucking time I watch
It's beautiful. Check it out. Look at
it. Beautiful song.
What's it called? I actually have a question for Kyle again. So you have a clothing line, Resume to Prosper, which you also do on the side as well as your music. What's that all about? Like, what's the general message you're giving out as a clothing line?
So basically, I'm actually wearing the bestseller right now that we got, the goat hat.
Yes, sir.
But,
I actually have it. It's at home. I think I wore it one podcast, but it wasn't the other way.
God
so you
bless
can
you.
see it.
Basically, Resume to Prosper is all about, I feel like it's a message that everyone can relate to when it comes to, and that's what I was going for. I wanted the name and the message to be able to resonate to anybody, no matter who you are, where you come from, or anything like that. And basically, it's all about you need to live your best life to your standards, not society's standards. So, you can't listen to what someone else tells you to do and be like, oh, that might be for me. It might be for you, and you can check it out. But at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's not someone else's decision on how you will go about your life, because you got to chase happiness your way. You know what I mean? If you do it someone else's way, you're gonna find yourself in a hole, like I did once, in my life before. And we've all had down times in our lives before, but you got to bounce back. And I feel like that's what Resume to Prosper is all about. It's about bouncing back and striving to be the best version of yourself. You know what I mean? And the 3 symbols that are attributed to it, because I got I might edit that a little bit, but there's 3 symbols that I like to put with Resume to Prosper and the logo of Resume. And that's first the heart, which means first you got to love yourself. You always got to love yourself first. No matter the flaws that you have or the flaws that you think you have. God made you for you, like how you're supposed to be, basically what I'm trying to say. And then the second symbol is the eye, the open eye, which basically means once you love yourself, you can perceive and be aware of everything that's around you and appreciate it for what it is. Just like how you love yourself, you have to love the surroundings around you. Like, I take a walk around my neighborhood and I be thinking about shit that I never think about. Like, that's a nice house. I don't think I would live in that house. That's a nice car. I don't know if I would want that car. Or like, even just looking at trees, man. Like, the simple things about life is fucking beautiful, and that's what we all have to realize. And then the third symbol, which is prone to changing because I know that it can be kind of confusing, is the dollar sign, which does not mean to aim for money. It means, I call it the strive symbol, because once you love yourself and once you appreciate your surroundings, you're able to strive and go from there into the unknown, because we never know what's in the future. You know what I mean? We always got to stay in the present. But once you're able to love yourself and love the surroundings that were the surroundings that were bestowed upon you, you can strive into the unknown and follow your passions, follow your goals, and do you, honestly.
Yeah. No, I agree. All that stuff is like really good as well, like to push out as a message. So it's very appreciative to those people.
Like, it would be important to, like, I love designing and I love clothes, and I'm blessed to have a position with Samir and Sadboys Worldwide on his website. Definitely, all the viewers, you probably already know about Sadboys Worldwide. Definitely keep checking them out, and check out Resume to Prosper at Resume to Prosper on Instagram, at Sadboys Worldwide on Instagram.
Oh,
but yeah, we're doing great things.
Links in the description.
Link in the description.
Yeah, but no, I was even gonna say like Sadboys, because obviously we've done like 3 drops with Sadboys. Like we always repping Sadboys.
Yeah. Was it 3?
Yeah,
No,
we
it
had
was-
no. It was 3. We had one in the fall, and that was the original one with like the hoodie, the long sleeve, the hat, and
The beanie.
no, it was a t-shirt, long sleeve, hoodie, beanie, and then we had the spring one, and that was the one that we had like the mailbox t-shirt and like our bucket hat, and then we just dropped another one that's still up, which you can check out. But what is your like connection with Sadboys? Like, how did you guys meet? Because like we met him through like DMs, so it's like I know you guys like have known each other for a little bit. I'm just do you want to go through that?
We were tight in high school. We're from the same close friend group of brothers. We consider each other brothers, and we've been close ever since then. He started Sadboys Worldwide when we were freshmen in college, or maybe even seniors in high school. Might have to check on that. But from there, he really did inspire me. From there, I knew I wanted to do something very similar. I never knew that we'd end up working together, but God's plan, you know what I mean? We ended up working together, and it's been a beautiful venture for real. But I'm definitely not set in stone. Like, I don't want to just stick to clothes. I want to be able to make Resume to Prosper more than just clothing. I want to be able to write books. I want to be able to produce movies. And Janahan and I have been talking. We're trying to start a label.
Oh wow!
Inshallah, we're trying to start a label.
Damn, no, that's a big step up.
Yeah.
Baby steps. Obviously, you can't hop the staircase. You got to go up each step before. But
yeah, no,
we're working.
So I actually, what's it called? I want to actually bring you guys back to 2020. You guys had a EP, Prosperity, and I think you've talked to me about it a little bit. Do you want to run through like what you guys recorded on? Like, how did that all come together as a first EP? You want to just run through that?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because like it's a beautiful thing how we started, because we weren't working on like really good studio equipment. I know that he was producing beats on GarageBand, I believe, and we were recording our verses over the phone on voice memos. So that's why like the sound quality might not be as clear as it is now with real microphones, and he's using Logic to produce. But yeah, it it was almost like we were really starting from scratch with that EP.
Yeah, no, I actually listened to it.
It was like a for fun project. It was a very fun, early, I don't want to call it immature on his part because the production was A1, but when it comes to lyrics, it was an immature version of myself compared to what we just did with Ego.
Yeah.
And even like, I feel like the tables turned when we dropped Shot Clock, honestly. When Shot Clock dropped, like the vision completely switched up and like we were like so much more mature. Or I was a lot more mature.
Yeah, no, I listened to the EP on SoundCloud, like I think before we started filming the music video. I'm pretty sure I listened to it. It wasn't horrible. It was definitely a good beginning project. But now, like listening to Ego, you could definitely hear the difference, and I think that's really what I hate it when artists will like delete their old music because like they're like, oh, this is my old shit, like no one's gonna listen. Like, no, because we want to see your growth as an artist. Like we want to see how you went from recording on your phone to now like good studio like equipment and how different it sounds. And no, it's definitely you guys definitely had a big step up for this album.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you for that. For real.
I think that's
Other than that though, actually no, I'm gonna let you keep going. I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna let that go.
No, go ahead.
No, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you got, because we're about to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Time. So whatever you want to share, go ahead.
I was gonna
Got it.
before Kyle and I started working together. I was just making music just to make music. Like I wasn't charging anyone for beats. I was like, if you want a beat, you can have it. Like I'll put my tag on it. You can just tag me on like whatever. Like I wasn't like I didn't want clout, and I still don't want clout. Like I only charge Kyle for studio time, and that money is going straight back into the studio. Like I'm not looking for any money. I'm just doing music because I love making music. I can't go a day without making a beat. But when we were making the EP, it was just for fun. Like I recorded on a phone before. It wasn't that bad. So like we can record on a phone. I can like do some touch-ups on GarageBand. And that's really how we started. But it wasn't until the summer that we got a mic, because past summer was when I started making music for churches and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I actually need a mic now. So,
yeah,
made the investment.
We made the investment of this beautiful podcast room.
Yeah, so we're thank you guys for joining us today. Is there anything you guys want to say to the audience or us before we let you guys go and we end?
Just thank you for having us, honestly. And if you haven't heard Ego yet, listen to that on Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music. It's even on Deezer. It's on a few other. Check right now.
It's on YouTube.
It's on Apple Music.
Yep.
It's on Apple Music and iTunes. So yeah, definitely check that out. It was hard work. It was organized work. A full year of work.
Yeah, no,
and
that's insane.
I'm very happy with the outcome of it. It was very genuine.
And Jay, you got anything else you want to say before we head out?
No, I think I covered everything. But we definitely have more music on the way. And if you think the last project or album is good, then the next one's going to be 10 times better.
Awesome.
Let's go.
We're excited,
Make sure to keep
bro.
an ear out.
Yeah, so make sure you guys check out Jay and Kyle's first album, Ego. Links will be in the description. Thank you guys for joining us. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated with Excessive.
Wait, one more thing.
Yeah, what?
By the time this comes out, that means Ego's gonna be out. So
Like,
make sure
yeah,
you
music
go.
video.
Music
Definitely
video for
check out the
Ego is
music
gonna be
video.
out. So make sure to go stream that shit too.
Go
That's
check
going to
it
be
out.
in the description as well.
Yeah, go check it out.
Because why
It's
not?
beautiful.
All right.
All right,
Thank
peace,
you.
y'all.
Ego time. Ego time. I know that this light might just swallow me whole, but I'm loving the way that it feel in my soul. On top of each chest every time I record, even